Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope, my dear students, you all are fine and safe. I, Ms. Samara, your mathematics teacher, welcome you all here in our mathematics classroom. Our today's topic is subtraction of units of time. The objectives of our today's lesson are: by the end of the lesson, students will be able to use the subtraction to convert units of time, and they will be able to calculate the earlier hours. My dear students, before learning about the subtraction, first of all, we should know about the time interval. What is time interval? Time interval is to be able to calculate the time before or after a certain period of time, or it's the time taken to complete an activity. My dear students, these are some main concepts. Earlier means backward, before, subtraction, and when the minutes up is smaller than minutes down, we should borrow 1 from the hours, and we have to add 60 in the minutes and subtract 1 hour from the hours. Let's start learning by some examples. What is the time interval and how we can solve the subtraction problems. What is time interval? As we already know that time interval is to be able to calculate the time before or after a certain period of time, or it is the time taken to complete an activity. My dear students, these are the main concepts, the important concepts. Earlier means backward, before, subtraction, and later means forward, after, and addition. Here we have given some examples of earlier and later hours. You can see both the examples. For earlier, we have subtracted the minutes, and for later hours, we have added the minutes. So these are the main and major concepts that everybody should know about earlier hours and later hours. We have the same example for earlier and later, but in earlier we need to subtract and in later we need to add. And after subtracting, we are getting 1 hour and 2 minutes, and after adding 28 minutes in 1 hour 30 minutes, we are getting as 1 hour and 58 minutes. So my dear students, let's try some examples to learn about the subtraction. And I hope you all know that in the subtraction, if the minutes up are smaller, then we have to borrow from the hours. Like you are watching this example, and then we have to give that hour to the minutes, and then after that we have to subtract the minutes from the total minutes. Here we have 37 minutes up and that are smaller, and 52 minutes are smaller when 60 minutes will be added in that. For example, we need to find the time 26 minutes earlier to 2:55. Now here it's very easy question because the minutes up are greater and the minutes down are smaller. So we need to subtract 26 from 55, and when we subtract 26 from 55, we are getting as 15 minus 6 will be 9. We have to borrow 1 from the 5 at the left hand side, and 4 minus 2 will be 2. Now these are 2 hours and 29 minutes. Here is one more example, 4 hours and 5 minutes. We need to subtract 25. You can see here the minutes up are smaller and the minutes down are bigger. So we need to borrow 1 hour from the hours, and that hour we have to give it to the minutes. As we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So now it is 65 minutes, and 65 minus 25 will be 40, and our final answer will be 3 hours 40 minutes. I hope, my dear students, these examples are clear to you, and now you can subtract the units of time very easily. Let's summarize our lesson. Time interval is to be able to calculate the time before or after a certain period of time, or it is the time taken to complete an activity. Earlier means backward, before, subtraction, and when the minute is smaller than the minutes down, then what should we do? We have to borrow 1 from the hours, and we have to add 60 in the minutes and subtract 1 hour from the hours. Let's end our lesson with this beautiful saying. Just because something is difficult does not mean you should not try. It just means, my dear students, you should try harder. Thank you, all of you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.